So appreciation is something I've talked about a lot. And in both the Trika and the Dzogchen tradition, the state of the Lord, or the state of all of reality, is this constant contemplation of one or its own nature with what we call in our culture, we translate the word Ananda as bliss. And this is very misleading because we have some pretty narrow ideas of what bliss is associated with certain bodily sensations and a kind of, bubbly happiness. But the bliss or the Ananda of the Lord is really something like this profound aesthetic appreciation and clarity. So, a kind of appreciation that is just suffused with uh, a kind of enjoyment that we can't really imagine. We can't imagine the depth of it, but we can definitely imagine the form of it because we have that experience all the time in our lives. So the direct analog to the state of deep aesthetic appreciation, deep appreciation for just how things are, and in a very specific way, because everything is made of God, within God. So everything that the Lord is contemplating, or everything that God is contemplating, or this reality, this alive aware reality is contemplating, is of itself and within itself. It's only appearing to have an objective existence. All of what we call objective reality is happening within that subjectivity, within consciousness. So we have that experience all the time. Whenever we make anything, whether I know you like to iron, Gangotri. That's not the only thing that you make. But when you're ironing, what is the pleasure of ironing? The pleasure of ironing is that something's wrinkly and you iron it and then you look at it and it's like magically not wrinkly anymore, right? You don't just iron in a utilitarian way, because not if you enjoy it anyway. You iron it and you look, and then you iron some more and you look, and you appreciate and you enjoy. And this is the same when we do anything, when we cook something, when we make a painting or a poem or a piece of music, or we paint a wall. I'm the world's worst house painter because I paint and then I look, and then I paint and I look and I enjoy. And it's like half the time is just taken up with me enjoying the paint on the wall. I'm like the world's most inefficient painter. So we all have this experience. What are we enjoying? What is the nature of this enjoyment? I mean, if we step back from it a little bit, it's really, really weird that we do this all the time in so many aspects of our lives. It is exactly on a continuum with the state of this alive, aware reality. So we have something that is coming out of us that appears to be separate from us, that we still feel very intimately related to. I mean, even the ironing, it's like the I did this feeling, right? And it's even more so with art, where we're literally, it's coming out of our creativity, and there's even more of that weird, uncanny feeling of something being both inside and outside at the same time. So if I write something, or I paint something, or I make a doha or something like that, it's still very much me, but it appears to be outside of me. And so big part of the enjoyment is this weird, uncanny feeling that you're enjoying yourself at the same time that you're enjoying something that's appearing to be not self. And this is exactly what God is doing. God is creating this, as Ma said, madhouse, this, infinite variety of stuff, worlds upon worlds upon worlds, that really exist as experiential possibilities for the creator, and only appear uh, as outside of that. And you can imagine that if you were having this same experience that you have a lot in your life, if you were having it from the perspective of all of reality, and all of reality felt like it was you and not you. So God is enjoying duality, or the appearing of duality. Duality is not actually existing objectively, it's an experiential possibility. And also enjoying the contemplating its own nature while enjoying this madhouse of productions. So the appreciation is for that. The appreciation is for the nature of the self as manifested in the creations of the self. And that appreciation is somehow related to aesthetic appreciation of art creations. Right? But everything is that, all worlds, all beings, all objects, everything is that to God. And how do I know this? Did I just read this in a book? No. I know this because Ma showed me this directly. She showed me this. She showed me Ananda on a couple of occasions. She gave me that experience in a way that I could not possibly hold in my everyday life. I mean, if I walked around in that condition, I'd be some other kind of person.